Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Brings up second and
36. Yeah, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here. Watch 30. Six to Mike. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Buddy up. 52, Mike 50. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Alert flare, alert flare, flare. Hop on, hop on. Hustle, hustle. Mike 52. What? It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. We don't want none. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it. 80 weapon. 15. Check 15. Out, 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 out. Check safety, check safety. Shift, shift. Check the backer, check the backer. Deuce, 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 deuce. You're out. Look at me. Door, door.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he cuts it out to the sideline. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 72 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
At the 16-yard line.
We go set. 90 Wolf. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready, ready.
From the 16, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
On the set. Watch 2. Watch 2. Hey, Sam off. Check, check. Front down. Front.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. No. Off. Get it.
That was Rashad Penny. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Penny. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Don't get nervous. Mike 52, Mike 52. Okay, double up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And connecting here with DJ Shark. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Hey.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. These guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw right sideline here is complete. The 20. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
It's a party now. Hey, right 52.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1.
I'm here all day.
On play action, they'll throw. The open man is Westbrook. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
I'm on. Wide, get wide. Nickel. Check three.
Here's Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Check, crunch.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
SOS.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Check that. We got Mike Phipps. All day, baby, all day. Go. Win the rep. Let's go right here. Mike 52.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Fournette running out of the gun. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Fournette, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Okay, ready? Safe.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 43. Blue draw Corkers. Snap.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On the ready. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
From the 38, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-6, pull it high. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill.
Now it's Penny. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Watch 2. I got him. Choose the mic.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Jones. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. But now it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This is Penny. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A very good gain on first down, 9 yards on the dump off.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 59 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Lambo on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions, and then...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Penny. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 43. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Right there.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
I'm scared. Watch 36.
Now back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the...
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll run with Penny. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 22. So the fullback, the beef, normally the lead blocker, shows that he can run it a long ways as well.
And he does have an ability to run away from people, but you and I both know he'd rather run through people when he carries the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
They can't stop you.
Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On the run, it's Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
6 guys. Check 6.
Penny. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Take 4.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Get him.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Mike 52. Go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
2nd and 6. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Let's bring it. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
He's checking Craig.
Fournette, a first down carry. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Don't let him breathe.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. Pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Let's go. 50, plant. 2. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Hey. Mike, 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. Watch the run, watch the run. Big grip.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slant.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.